being coherent.
You got it on?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Good morning.
Morning.
All you people with nothing better to do than watch my stupid chubby face. How's everybody doing? I am still swallowing the last remnants of my burrito. Homemade burritos. I'm going to wash it down with Kirkland. You think this is his sweat? Like the actual Mr. Kirkland?
Sweat?
That's what they put in the thing?
No. I thought you were going to drink your V8 juice.
I am. Oh, look, who grew up with V8? This guy. I loved it. But there's this place close to us. It's a Mennonite, I guess, village. You can say village, right?
Yeah.
But it's like so there are some Mennonites that are more old school traditional, and then there's some that are more modern. So, and they're all very near us. But these are like horse and buggy, what most people would think of as Amish. But they have these farm stores that support their communities.
Frankie DC, $5 for Panther food.
Panther, can we get some Panther tranquilizers?
He's huge.
He's huge and
getting bigger and
wild too, man. He's crazy. But anyway, when they have an overabundance of vegetable, all their stuff is organic too, which is great. Well, not all, but you can get it. Anyway, I love this stuff. It says spicy tomato cocktail, and I was really looking forward to it to come back in season. So I'm like drinking liquid tomatoes.
Small. How's everybody doing today? It is so hot in Georgia.
Yeah.
Like soup outside.
Ask me what I was doing this morning.
Morning, EF.
Standing out in the backyard at 7 a.m., roasting to death in the jungle heat, wishing that it was not grass and that there was a swimming pool beneath the grass. But there's not. So dream on, man.
We need Panther for coyote defense. We have a coyote going wild in our neighborhood from Hunter. Oh, you should tell that story about the person who in our neighborhood that thought the coyote was a dog.
So anybody that's been to my house, any of you guys that have been by, you know that in the basement is the bunker, and it's very rural where we live, and it's wooded, and there's a big, huge acreage next to us. But across the street that way, our driveway is directly across from the entrance to a subdivision. So it's probably $500,000 homes and up, which for this area is pretty good, pretty decent house, actually upper class. So some of the kids over there may not be as savvy with the outdoors as, say, the people across the street, like me. So this person posted, another neighbor who lives on 26 acres right there. He said, "Did you see this thing on Facebook?" I was like, "No, I didn't." But he showed me. No, it was Danny, who's a few doors down. Anyway, I'll take 26 minutes to tell a 2-minute story.
Tim does like to take forever to tell a story.
Hands and wiggles and
get to the point.
And pointing and stuff. Anyway, so this person posted on Facebook, has anybody seen this dog? He invited it into his car, high school age kid. It was a effing coyote. He had the thing in his car. I don't know how he didn't get destroyed, because coyotes are...
How did he get the thing to go into his car? Because aren't they like wild?
Yeah, and smart. They should
maybe it was a baby.
Or rabid too. Like, what if it had rabies? He's like, "Here, hey Fido."
Nick says, "OMG, love his shirt." Guess what? I'm gonna be giving them away for the next 25 years.
C-Dub is terrible to herself.
Well, we have a whole bunch of them.
Was because,
as a matter of fact, for all you early birds, let's give away some stuff.
Good Lord, let's give away some allergies.
Give away a CW shirt and a hat.
Man,
go with it.
You want to hear a story about being old? Along with my workout routine, in it I did, let's say past tense, some hits or high intensity stuff. And I was doing mountain climbers. And the next day, my right foot meat was destroyed. Like, I somehow pulled something in like this part of my foot, like on the ball-ish area,
And
too
I
old.
told him I gave up that stuff in my 20s. Like,
I literally
that
have a
stuff is
mountain in
crazy.
the backyard. It's a 200-foot drop that
I
just
know
goes down.
Umberto's son has a fever. He's been home with them all weekend. Oh no, Umberto.
Well, fix
No
them.
more medium shirts either on patriotic shirts, but you can order them.
Yeah, you can order
They're
them.
available online to
The
order.
one that you see me wear all the time is the 80-20 because they're longer and they cover my pistol. I like the cotton shirts because they're breathable, but whatever reason, when you wash these, and one, see this, like it stretches this way, so I'm like, bing bong, look like a bell all the time, and I'm like, can I just cinch it in the back or maybe in the front, tie it up like 80s style? But anyway, it irritates me to death. So I get the 80-20s now, even though they're hot as hell because they're made 20% plastic. But that's it. That's the whole show. So bye. Carry on. Yeah. I got a cool gift this week. Let's talk about See You in Tennessee. I was gonna do his screen name. This is freaking cool. So he sent me my usual refills for my other stuff. I'm gonna talk about this. Let me walk around this thing. Look at this. So this may look like Purell because it is.
It's not focused. It's focused on your head.
What a stupid thing. Let me put this in front of my head. There we go. Nope. Anyway, so what this is this FST. So it's a bio-based hand sanitizer that is now issued at Marine Corps Recruit Depot, San Diego, and Parris Island. Parris Island because we saved the best for last. Ooh, we can't say that. Anyway, so
Tim's a fellow penguin from Zeke Warner.
This bottle was developed, and it's got I forget all the particulars. He wrote it in a letter, which I left in my office because I read it out loud to like everybody that came by the shop. Like, how cool is this? But it's low signature for night vision ops. It's shaped so that it sits in a pocket better with this taper.
Hold on, let me ask Thomas something.
It's divided.
Can I ask Thomas something?
No way, man.
Okay.
I'm rambling about this green thing. One-handed operation. It's got the little things on the side. And the coolest part is, I can only imagine that
Tim
these.
was so excited about this hand sanitizer.
Well, it's
like,
just neat. I know I nerd out on the stupidest stuff, but Purell Peace of Mind Gojo Industries Incorporated, protect against germs, stay mission ready, and it's got the little thing on the back. I bet these are limited supply, so I'm super honored to get this. So thanks, Devil. I think it's freaking rad. Everybody else that read it too was like, "Oh, can I have one?" He sent me a case, and I don't know if they're limited supply or not, but I was like, "C-Dub, you should definitely keep this in your purse." And she's like, "Yeah, okay." It's just a green bottle to her, but to me, it's grippy. It matches camo stuff, which
Hey,
I like.
Caleb, how's it going?
All right,
today?
interrupt me for
Thomas,
Thomas.
do we need to go over the pen early? How long is Chris gonna be on?
See, Riss.
Let me know.
Yeah, yeah. Ellen.
All right, y'all. I did a giveaway early. All you like 60 people who just joined, I'm gonna let you have a chance to enter.
This
before I
challenge
give
one
it
came
away.
with this really cool
It
finger
is
protector
a
too.
CW shirt and a hat.
Let me start my coffee before I pass
J
out.
Bell says, were the 001s salvageable? And
So-
how are the Night Stalkers looking? Morning, Rob.
Let's
How's the
update
testing?
that whole process. You guys know that we had some rust issues again from Kowalski, and I'm listing their name because I can.
Tim, don't eat that. It's not the same as crayons. About that sanitizer.
I can chew on the outside, right? So I sent them 10 of the blades, just pulled 10 off and sent them to them so they could try to correct it. What their plan was to sandblast, but 30%, so 3 of the 10 look like they came back pitted. So if I can salvage 30% of the batch, then I only have to invoice them for, the other percent. Or if I only lose 30%, man, math is really
You
difficult.
need coffee.
Yeah, coffee, man. Give me some coffee.
Tim
But-
has an Apple iWatch. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, this is the Ultra, but I have a matte screen cover on it, and then I keep mine on this night mode all the time.
CW shirt and hat. We're drawing for that now.
So I don't know if he wants his name mentioned. What do you think?
Josh Bree.
Suzanne?
Congratulations. Yes, Jeff doesn't mind.
Okay, Jeff. Oh, it's all over the floor. Wow.
Congrats, Josh.
Congrats all over the
Email us
floor.
for your win. Customer service at T.Kell Knives.
I'm so dumb. Yeah. So this is Blue Mountain coffee. He ground
Yeah,
it.
you're talking about this kind of nonchalantly, but it's really terrible. Like a whole nother loss on a whole nother bat.
Well, I'm just used to it from
yeah,
them,
at
right?
this point, we're like, I mean,
Like
we kind of wonder if it's not like we've said before, and I mean, it's the craziest thing to say, but it just seems like there might be somebody on the inside
3 other
sabotaging us.
companies that I know for a fact use their heat treat services and Nitro V. And they're like, never happened to me, man. Somebody's got to be screwing with your stuff. I think sniff some of this Blue Mountain coffee. Help me.
Thomas Maloney said Chris Cook is on, who's the artist that made the pen. Do you want to show it?
Yeah, if I can figure out how to freaking breathe. Let me get the coffee steeping, brewing.
Oh, that's so awesome, Stuart.
What's awesome? I want to
He
know.
said I was at
awesome
lunch with a wife in Hico, Texas, wearing a T.Kell shirt, and a fellow from France came up in broken English and said, "I know T.Kell and like your shirt. What are the odds?"
That's crazy.
So cool.
Was it Bastion? You know, from Bastinelli?
Bonomo, I'm telling y'all, it's sabotage. Yeah, it's, you know what's...
But they refuse to believe it, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard to believe, so you just don't want to believe it. But then when the stuff keeps happening, you're like,
But
wow.
then they always say it's unprecedented. I'm like, it's not for me, guys. It's 1,400 blades in a year. That's not really an unprecedented territory. Okay,
some
so
very well-known makers use them also, and they haven't had any issues.
Zero issues. So
Hey, EF said Knives went to Puerto Rico this week and were very popular with SWAT and Tier 1 LE operators.
Next time, just take us with you, and I'll show them off myself. I appreciate your work, but I need a vacation. Okay, so just kidding. So let me get into this because I'm not 100% sure what we're doing here. So
Jody R says, does MKC use them as well? He was on a podcast this week talking about how he had a huge batch of knives ruined by a heat treater. Well, there goes my theory.
Well, maybe it was.
You think that they use them?
It makes sense because MKC uses other vendors of ours. We all share. So
I thought they were like in-housing everything. Derek Finley, OMG, love my 007. So sharp though, sliced through my leather sheath like butter. Oh no.
Yeah, some people are having that issue, just stabbing it through the leather sheath. So maybe switch to the Delta because that's kind of like the that one is more of a EDC style. But geez, Jacob did it too. So
Jody said his heat treaters in New York. I don't know any heat treaters in New York. Do you? Nobody that does knives that I know of.
Yeah, I don't. I don't know. I mean, I know the steel supply company that Niagara. They're in New York. A lot of people use them for supply, but I don't know if heat treaters in New York. So, am I understanding, Mr. Maloney, that this is not what you are describing in this letter? Because what you're describing in your letter doesn't seem to match this pen or anything that was in the package for that matter. So maybe you can...
He said there's some more stuff coming in the mail later.
Okay.
He said correct.
Okay, so
It's very beautiful.
It is absolutely gorgeous. I almost took it. So
you need to put it on camera too. So
I'm going to do that. Let me move my coffee before I spill everything all over the place. And I'm like sneezing and snotting everywhere, which I'm sure makes really good.
Umberto said I wanted the pen, but I'll have to wait for the brass version. Wink, wink. Any plans for more pens, honey?
I would like to, but here's the thing with the Big Eye. I don't know that they have much room on margin for those brass ones because they actually make those in the States in their shop. So I'm just getting my little self set up here so that I know that Mr. Chris may not be, this broadcast may not be his cup of tea or coffee. So let me try to do my due diligence here.
Gold horse is for the letter, so everything in the letter.
And that's inbound, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I was looking all over the place, and I'm like, where is this horse?
Yeah, we were like,
this.
did we lose this stuff? It's feeling terrible.
I'm like, I don't know what I did. Okay, here we go. So let's see if I can get you to appreciate the detail.
And where's he out of?
Yeah, you guys, if we can, somebody link to it. So give me more of the backstory on this. So this one was a limited release, 12 of 50. So thank you very much for the gift, Thomas. I know that because you said in your letter that this was for C-Dub, I know she will very much appreciate it.
Canton, Ohio.
The level, I've been there. Isn't like Hoover there? Anyway, vacuum cleaner people. Absolutely gorgeous. So if you can tell us, if you want to, we can link to.
Matches CW's Blade Show knife. It sure does.
Yeah,
I thought the same thing.
She absolutely loves it. She's like, wow, this thing is incredibly beautiful. The detail is really, really high. I think that's enamel. It's a talent that escapes my ability. I can make stuff out of metal, but this much detail and artistry, I just...
Atlantis Redeemer. It was created from a painting.
Yeah, so the back says the Atlantis. Ouch! And it's sharp.
So he did say there should have been a gold horse with the letter. I don't remember seeing that. Do you?
I do not. That's why I am been very, very confused, because this was in the envelope and didn't match the description in the letter. So that's why I was like, I am thoroughly confused. So maybe I need to check in the envelope again. Unless it was in one of the knife bags, but we did look there too to make sure that it wasn't. Make sure you put it in there.
Nick Martino said, where can I get one?
It's beautiful. A lot of detail. So the painting was your original work, Chris? Is that what I'm understanding?
Master Sergeant, sorry I'm late. I have a bad knee. Petting zoo training accident. Army training. Good morning, all.
Petting zoo, Army training.
He said it's in the bottom of the knife box. Do we have the knife box here? We'll have to...
What knife?
We'll have to look thoroughly.
Yeah. Knife bag, knife box.
Nice, Aaron. Glad you ordered that.
Man, I'm dying today. Allergies. Kicking around out there. So now I'm back in my normal station. If you guys can give the information, I'm sure some people would enjoy his artwork as much as we do. So you guys take a look. Faux show.
Thank you, Thomas.
And we'll look into the box. What box? More details, please, sir. Because I am, like I said, still confused. But we'll figure it out.
Oh, it's time for another CW shirt giveaway.
You're doing 2 already today?
Every time somebody says I like the CW shirt, I'm like, all right, let's give one away.
Yeah. Here's the thing. The CW shirts have sold just fine. But she just doesn't think that. And she's like, I'm just giving it away because nobody likes my shirt. I think it's really cool.
Entirely true.
That's entirely true.
No, we just have a lot.
We have a lot. It's entirely true. It's tired and true. Coffee, right?
Hashtag CW.
Let's do this.
Congratulations on the pin sellout from Stuart.
That was crazy, right? They sold super fast, and we're already getting 1 million people requesting that. All I have left is my...
Am I putting you on camera too?
No, I'm just doing coffee. I'll get the pin out. We can show the pin on camera.
Jim Cox, they're not listed for sale on the website.
The pins?
CW shirts.
Oh, who pulled them off of there?
I assume that's what he's talking about. Oh, let me put you over here.
Yeah, do that because they're just looking at my shoulder. So this is the pin collab we did with Big Idea Design. So it's a titanium pin, all milled from a single piece of titanium. The body, titanium clip, everything's titanium. We did our nickel bore on battle worn finish on it. And there's a collet in here that it auto adjusts this to a million different
You
sizes.
gotta lower it, honey.
I should look at the monitor. That would make sense. I never do though. Anyway, so this collet that's inside of here grabs any size pen, and it fits hundreds and hundreds of different refills. And I've always liked their stuff. I've carried a Thai Arto for a long time, and since they're our neighbors, we asked about a collab. Actually, they did, or I did. I don't know.
Somebody did.
Somebody did, and we did it. So this is,
And we'll be shipping those next week, right?
yeah, they're done, 100% done. So they're going to ship. We're going to start shipping Monday. See how many of them we can get through, because they sold crazy, crazy fast. So there's only a handful that are in existence. Other than that, I should have numbered them, I guess. But there's already people requesting that we do more. We had some.
Did the pen say it came with a Zerk bolt, or did I imagine that?
What is Zerk? What is it? What is a Zerk bolt? I don't know what a Zerk is.
You think you'll make more?
I mean, if demand is there, for sure. It does come with a Timascus bolt, if that's what you mean. Is that what Zerk is? But it's, if I can get it to focus, it is Damascus
Can
titanium.
you do the nickel boron process on an existing pen?
I'll tell you, it's incredibly difficult. It took a lot of man hours to do these, because we had to completely tear them down. So I don't know what we would even charge. It took forever. That's why it took so long to do it, because of that. Man, I was just running everywhere.
What happened to you?
I got like allergied.
Zirconium.
No, I believe it is a titanium Damascus. Like,
Oh, you're okay. Let me put you back over here. I didn't know if you wanted to be over there.
if we're doing the coffee?
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay.
I'm just,
I'll just show half of your body right there.
what's up, people? It's half my body right there. Okay, if I keep sniffing, then C-Dub's going to cut the broadcast, because she cannot stand that.
Umberto, Tim, have you ever considered adding a business card with basic knife info like model name, HRC, and such? Yes, we have considered it. We've tried to do it. Just didn't turn out quite right. But yeah, we want to.
Yeah, it's one of those things where we've got 6 employees making, shipping, customer serving 20,000 sales a year.
Milos!
So it's just, it's crazy.
I gotta read a poem, honey.
Read it.
T.Kell pen, titanium soul, carves the silence, takes control, sleek and sharp, no ink within. It's forged to mark what
I'm
once
going to throw
has been.
some sugar up in this guy.
Love it. Thank you.
Thanks, Milos. As usual,
Which blade are you carrying today, honey?
the 003, because that.
He has not stopped carrying that for quite a while.
Yeah, that super excited video is because I actually love that knife. It just, I love it. I have done everything in the world with it. I really need to caffeinate, because I'm like, but I have make knives before in lifetime for knife making. 003.
Oh,
What?
Chris posted a link in the comment. What's his, where is it? Let me see.
I can't get this stupid thing to focus.
Because it likes your
Yeah, go me back
face.
over here. So this is 003. So here's what we're doing with these. This is going to be our first micro drop. These are going to be ready to ship. They are ready to ship. There's going to be 50 of these and 80 CRV2, because that's what I've been carrying forever. And I beat the crap out of it. This is not a wonderful representation, because I use my knife as a tool, but that's like sheetrock dust in it from when I cut a box in for our new sign, because I do everything with my stuff. But it's just an absolutely beautiful blade. Absolutely stunning. All the changes that we did to version 2, now the Battle Lock grips, my proprietary 30% glass filled grips that I just came out with, sheath, grippies. So we're going to release those in the 5, now 6 Battle Lock colors Wednesday. So there's going to be an early release opportunity. So we'll do it a couple hours before for Patreon. 50. There are 50. And I will tell you, that 70 of the pins were gone in minutes on Patreon. Minutes, like minutes. So that's less. We have less pins.
Can you post the link again? Because I'm scrolling up and I don't see it.
I'm so dumb. I can't even speak English.
Coffee will kick in soon. I saw a bunch of questions. Let me go back.
Man,
okay, can't decide between a 003 or the Striker.
It depends on what you want to do. So the Striker is more of a concealment or a small blade that you could pocket carry or belt carry because it's got the shorter handle. So do I even have a Striker on my own wall? Interesting. That's real interesting because I can't even find my own stuff, man. That's a good Southern accent for a guy.
How does the coffee taste?
Incredible, actually. I was going to say that.
Joel says, never thought Blue Mountain coffee was good enough to justify the price. How's it taste?
Man, this is great. Super smooth. You want a swig, C-Dub?
No.
I didn't think she would because she hates coffee. Actually, she loves coffee. I'm just...
T-shirt giveaway.
All right, look. So here's the Striker. Let's do a side by each.
Hold on. We're still on this page.
Well, they just need to get over this T-shirt problem.
Mr. Anthony 4531. Congratulations. You won a new T-shirt that says CW on it.
Y'all got me?
Like what Tim's wearing.
All right. Ready?
Yeah, you're on there now.
Well, yeah. Somebody should let me know. Listen. Total length of these blades is identical, right? So as far as real estate on your body, they're going to take up the same. The difference is the blade on the Striker is much more robust. So it's a bigger blade, longer blade, lower grind, so it's a lot more durable. I kept the grip on this one short so you can get full 4 fingers on it, still wrap that, but that's a lot more concealable for a bigger blade. So it's really, and the Agent series is designed to be slender, slimline, full grip. So a shorter blade, different style. So if you're going to IWB that or pocket carry it, you've got the hook to draw it with. Whew, and this one sits on your belt line really well. Man, almost killed myself. It's totally a preference thing. And if you do actually want more of the full-size version of that.
Nick, have you bought any blades off the secondary market? Sorry to interrupt you, Tim. You don't
ever say that to me.
The other day in the shop when you won that knife, I was like, y'all go through the orders and like find something he hasn't gotten before. So we tried, but then I was like, if he bought something off the secondary, he may already have this knife.
So you can get an extended grip, which will then make the Striker a full handle much longer. So more of a field use style blade.
No, you probably already have it.
So you can always get an extended grip for the Striker if you want a full handle. So that's a personal choice. Yeah. I carried the Striker exclusively when I first came out with it. The new 003 has been my carry, I don't know, 2 months now while we finish up the batch.
Peter Fox says, can you post the blade angles for blades on the site? This way when we sharpen, we know exactly what to dial in. Aren't they all 20 and 30?
Yeah, I thought they all said 20 degree is everything but the 30, which is like the reverse Tonto and the Guardian, and that's it. So I use a 20 degree. But yeah, they should be there. I'll be happy to accommodate your request, sir. But I use a 20 degree on pretty much everything. Except for the 30 degree that's on, like I said, reverse Tontos. And the what's not.
Mikey says, I need a room like that in my house.
The problem with a room like this in your house is how do you decide what you're going to carry every single day? Because I have all of these other makers' knives here that have been given to me as gifts for ones that I bought myself, and I got to figure out which folding knife I'm going to carry every day because obviously I'm going to carry my fixed blades because I make what I like. And then I got, I don't know, 30 or 40 pistols that I got to choose from and 30 or 40 rifles. Actually not.
CQC's 20 degrees.
20 something rifles.
Right.
And then some backpack guns. The reverse edge is 30 on the CQC. The primary edge is 20.
Got it. Bushcraft rebooted. What models would you recommend for Bushcraft?
Depends on if you're like making chess pieces, like bushcrafting. making stuff like that, or if you're processing wood. So the Bushman is a really good kind of do-all size blade. You know, it's pretty standard drop point. I put a little bit of a swedge on the back. Let me show it over here.
Everybody that gets the Bushman says, I don't know why I never got the Bushman.
Yeah, they're blown away. So it's a classic blade. I keep mine narrower so they carry lighter.
New Life Overland says the Taylor's Ridge is good for that.
Yeah.
PJ says Bushcraft Sapper Bushman.
Yeah, so here's the Taylor's. That's going to be our secondary. And if you want a full grip, you can get the Taylor's. It's got a little bit deeper belly, so it works better for processing game, maybe thinner slicing. The Bushman has got more flat blade edge, so if you're going to be making feather boards and stuff, it's a little easier there. It's got the swedge on the back, more of a classic style look. And if you're chopping trees, processing wood more, Sapper. It's a bigger blade. It's a 12-inch overall, so it's a big blade. It's got that recurve, kind of kukri-esque, and then the swedge on the back. Which actually I'm rebranding this blade, but if you want to choke up, you get a little bit more detail cuts if you choke them in the fingers. And then the new one has jimping on the back, and it's got a real big, comfortable grip and lanyard
Derek
points.
Ninehouse says I like my FMF for bushcrafting.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's such a difficult question. So let's put everybody's favorite recommendations here on the table.
J Bell said Tim got distracted by the squirrels. The 001s are a work in progress, but what about the other blades he had there?
I don't know. I haven't gotten an update. So everything they're sending me in ADCR V2 is absolutely beautiful, which is really strange because everything that they've given me in the past year that had an issue was ADCRV. The owner of the company flew down to try to figure out what was going on with the Melissa Backwoods blades in ADCRV that we lost and all the rust problems and dents and all this other crap. So I'm like, man, so they got that nailed down and they send these, but then they figured out how to rust stainless steel. And so far, everything in ADCRV2 that I've gotten back is beautiful. However, the only Nitro V blades I got back are the 001s. So does that mean the rest of them are screwed up and you don't want to hear from me? I don't know yet, because look, they had close to 4,000 blades there, which is a lot. So if all the ADCRV comes back, we do 2/3 stainless to 1/3 carbon. So if 2/3 come back looking like that, then we're sunk. I mean, just straight up, unless they do the right thing.
Jay, yes, we're going to keep the Sapper around. We're just going to...
Yeah, I'm just rebranding
it. Name it something different.
Yeah, the Outrider is what I'm going to call it. Because I think when people are looking for a bushcraft blade or an outdoor style survivalist blade, they're not looking at the Sapper because its branding was for sappers, which are people that do demo work, searching for mines and whatnot. And that line down the middle is what that's for. So you know where the tip is when you're probing and searching for mines. So the design of the knife from Emery was for that purpose, probing for mines, which is a thing in Israel. But my style, where I came in stylistically, is more into the survival, utility, military bushcraft look. So we're going to have both so that we can highlight the features bushcraft-wise.
Nick said mini Sapper needed.
Yeah, I've drawn the wool sap. That's what I called it. It's pretty awesome. It's really cool. So back to the heat treat situation. So far, what I've gotten back in ADCRV is good. I haven't gotten any, we're going to do this to fix the other freaking 490 Nitro Vs. I don't know what they're going to do about that. They're kind of dodging it right now at this point.
Hey, JL, send us an email. We'll help you out.
So I don't really know where we're going to land with that. The most recent thing from them was that they wanted me to come tour the facility, which is fine, you know, and I quote, we'd like to invite you and a couple other people out to tour the facility because we're really proud of our work. We stand behind our work. And I don't need to see, nobody's going to do anything dumb when I'm standing there And if that's your standpoint, that you're proud and you stand behind your work and it is rusted and you know it, then we don't need to. I have no more business for you, because I can't send that to my customer. I won't stand behind that with my name on it. So we're gonna see where that goes. We'll see. You guys know I'm pretty transparent about all that stuff. So that's just the truth of what's going on, and that's kind of my take. And if they want to answer my emails and my hard to answer questions instead of dodging them, then I'll have more answers for you. If not, then we're gonna have to find somebody else.
Matt Lamana says, "Hey T.Kell fam, happy Sunday. Was going to take my ABO combatant down to 1718 to maximize slicing ability. Do you foresee any issues with that?"
You just gotta take a lot of metal out, because I run those blades thicker than a lot of people do. So if you want to put the work in, you're absolutely welcome to do that. You know, you're gonna push that grind up. I don't see any issue other than the initial sharpen. You're gonna have to take a lot of steel out. At 3 to 5 degrees, that's a lot of work.
Warthog next version ? Favorite every single day carry.
Is that 2 questions or 1? The Warthog is your favorite every single day carry, and you want to see it upgraded?
I think they're asking
what my favorite is.
Warthog next version.
I don't really think we need to do anything with the Warthog. It's already got the jimping added to it. It's a thicker blade, so it fits really well into kind of a really heavy duty, heavy use EDC blade. Maybe we can thin the edge out a little, since the nickel blonde will help with it. But it was the first one to get the jimping treatments, and it's really good for skinning, game processing, heavy everyday use, and it's got a nice belly. So, and a scimitar, or a
I love that blade.
Trailing point where it comes back, is a very, very useful blade for quick cutting and thrust. There.
Yojo's got his Warthog on him right now.
Yeah, I've carried every single blade, and most of the blades have come about because it was a use case that I wanted to fill. So I just designed it around that. So
lots of people asking you about the 320 thing, the SIG.
I actually, C-Dub and I are really trying hard to, one, because we're so busy with the business, it's just hard to scroll social media or watch YouTube when there's many, 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 many things going on. Like, even from a customer service standpoint, her in China, and especially China, and we're 3 people. Anybody you hear from the company is going to be me, China, or Suzanne. One of the 3. And we're all related. So
Travis just said thanks to China and the team for getting me a Blim Ops Hawk with the quickness. Should be here tomorrow.
I'm telling you, man, she's on it. I don't know how the girl does it. I really have no clue. And it's the same for me when it comes to manufacturing, blade designs, material sourcing, all the, I came with my own screws, my own grips, my own sheath style. Everything that I do is original, new coatings, everything. Like, all of that is me. And then the marketing side, C-Dub and I meet on that. So videos and talking to people and all that other stuff.
No, we do everything.
Yep.
that's
we do it all.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I do the social media mostly, and China's emailing mostly, and Tim kind of gets in there when he has to.
Yeah, I do everything else. Manufacturing. You got to think, this whole thing started with me. I used to do website. I used to do the emails. I used to do social. I used to do YouTube. You guys have seen those old videos where I'm like this much wider in the old shop. I did all of it, and then it grew and grew and grew and grew until Sita was like, "You need help." And then by the time she came in to help, we were growing so fast. She had to get China, our oldest daughter, to help, and now it's just this monster. It's growing super fast still. So we're trying to really dial all that stuff in. So I don't know what's going on with the P320 thing. Measured Texture was texting me a picture of a SIG tourniquet that each one of these comes with a 320. And I sent him a picture of a portion of my wall and said, "Can I get 4?" And you got to understand, one of these pistols I've won 2 competitions with, and the other 3 I have daily carried, and I have shot the hell out of them, and they have never shot the hell out of me. that's just my limited experience. Probably have my comp version, my competition, which is the stainless steel, fully tricked out. I probably have
Hey, Rick.
5,000-6,000 rounds through, and I've carried in the holster locked and cocked. You understand when you're shooting comp, you're running around, and you're gonna drop your pistol. I've done all that stuff.
Yay!
Personally,
$49.99 from Nick Bonomo's social media team funding.
Whew,
Awesome.
thanks. We'll give it to China.
you.
China needs a break. We're gonna.
Hey, Doc just gave China $9.99 for her strong work. Thank you, Doc.
Yeah, we're gonna look. Let's just put it in a fun.
Well, I tell her she needs to take a day off, and she never does.
She doesn't.
She
like
still does emails even on the weekend.
I know. She's trying to convince us to go on a vacation, and I'm like, I don't know how in the world we would do that. And she's like, well, I'll email every night, and I'm like, for how long? Like, we don't even have anybody in place to do it if one of us goes down. And I'm like, plus, if we can't get people to stop tearing up our blades, what are we gonna do? I know what we can do. Let's just bum rides to a vacation. I'll put my fanny out a little bit and try to guess. Anyway, so with the 320 stuff, I haven't seen the latest. I do know some people that are in the firearms training and the initial pistol and rifle qual for the Marine Corps and they have not reported any single issues, and those guys shoot a lot. I know some people fifth group training.
Thanks, Sean.
And they're using that.
And don't forget having Jesus and integrity.
That's where the rubber meets the road, right? If you have both of those things, you don't have to worry about when you mess somebody's stuff up, because you're gonna do what's right by people and you're gonna own up to it. I wish that was the same everywhere. But the military.
Blind Woo Fury says, can you post your workout routine? There's a bunch of questions about blades, so let's go back to some of these. Somebody asked about the difference between the Night Guard version 1 and version 2. Jules Groove, hey T.Kell family, could you please compare the Guardian 1 versus 2? Same edges?
No, the edges are totally different. I don't have the 2 here on the Guardian 1 and 2. I can show you the 1.
Is the Taylor's Ridge getting jimping on the next batch?
It is. Yes, it is. So the Guardian 2 has got a high grind, but still the 30-degree edges. So it will be similar to the Night Guard 2.0. So it'll have this higher grind, 20-degree edge on the front, 30-30. And then this is the original.
And then Mark said, really want to know if he would make a new version of the Night Guard. I love mine. Would love to know if it'll ever come bigger.
Like a 4-inch? I try to design around balance and concealability, but I'm not opposed to ever trying anything at all.
Isidro, orders in April. It depends on what you ordered. Please reach out on Patreon or...
A lot of times, and this is something we're trying to get away from, it's going to be a grip. Because the G10 we use is made in America, so their lead times have gotten longer as other companies have seen the writing on the wall when it comes to material acquisition and tariffs. So they're all moving to the manufacturers me and a handful of other makers have been using all along.
Bound to wonder, yes, please just send us an email.
So it's really bogging down the American supply chain. I'm working with another American manufacturer of G10.
Dan, yes, that clip is online. Just go in the search box and type Ulti-Clip or clip, or you can find it under the gear section.
Other questions did I miss? So
I'm trying to go back and see.
So the P320 thing, I don't know, guys.
AEBL Night Stalker CG is not rare. It just sells out quicker. We may or may not have like a blim or something if you're looking.
We're going to be doing them this year. We might have. I got to look at my list of what's in process and where it is. I'm trying to streamline all that this year too. But I don't know anybody that's been killed by a pistol, P320. I don't know how much of it is
I'm going to give away a
media
blim
stuff and isn't. I really don't. I just know that I've never had a problem.
Blim for a surprise blim knife.
I've talked to Emery about it a few times. He does a lot of training of Marines and soldiers, and the M17 for the Army and the M18 for the Marine Corps.
Do you have any of the new 001s ready to view?
No.
Show them the rusted ones.
No, but I will next week. I should, because the 80 CRVs are at nickel boron.
Travis, right now, just reach out. They're not on there yet.
It's not.
Pink grips.
Oh yeah, we need to. I think Georgie's working on that. But yeah.
Walter Street. Are we going to make more Melissa Warncliffes anytime soon?
Yeah. I don't know about soon. What I'm hoping is that the same heat treat company that screwed up the 001s recently and the 007s before that and the DP1s before that are just going to reimburse me for the Melissa blades that they destroyed, and I'll just make those. Because getting steel from our steel supplier is becoming a difficult situation. So me seeing the writing on the wall, I started working with another American steel manufacturer to make a new knife steel. And it's in testing. It's been tested successfully by a company in Portland.
Ray, that's the brand new 003. Brand new. So
yeah,
not the ones that we've sold in the past.
No, these have not been. There's only, well, now there's one in the wild that was auctioned on Whatnot this last week. But other than that, there's myself and a couple other people that have the new ist, which is incredible amount of upgrades.
We will be on Whatnot. We've been doing them every week, and that's working out pretty good. So y'all join us next week.
Yeah, that allows us to get some of that rarer stuff out to you guys and do some more interaction with our community, with my audience, to connect with you all. Famiglia.
Have you ever done serrated blades from Stewart?
I used to hand file serrates in, and I hated it because I couldn't get them even, and my OCD, everything needs to be the same. Yeah, I just couldn't handle it. And I put a toothy edge on the blades anyway, so they're like micro serrates, so they cut like crazy. I don't personally like a serrated blade because too many times I've been cut strapping or rope, and one of those teeth has grabbed and just hung up. And I can just not say I won't. They do make a wheel that'll actually put them in evenly. You can just touch it on there. I just never tried it. But I'm the type, like, even if I don't like serrations and all of you do, I'll make them for all of you. That's just one of those. I haven't explored doing it on.
I see a couple people saying they don't like them.
Yeah, I personally don't. I've tried them a lot. They're hard to sharpen, one, like resharpen, and two, I have them hang up more than they do anything else. I mean, they have their place, I think. I mean, they're really good at cutting flesh. You know, it doesn't hang up. They're devastating.
Hey, Scorch GM just gifted one T.Kell membership. Thank you.
Thanks, man. That's kind of a cool thing. We're trying to, like with the Whatnots, and do special postings on Patreon and the YouTube membership. Try to do more of that engagement with you guys, because that's how we learn what you want, whether it's serrates or steel types. To mitigate the inavailability for us, Nitro V and AEBL, we're moving into CTS XHP. It's a very high-end steel. It's very good. It is going to raise the prices of the blades, but probably less than $20. Just because that steel is that much more expensive and that much harder to work with.
You can get it sent out for serrations, says Zeke, and I know that Umberto.
Yeah, there's some people that do it. There's
the folder.
Yeah, Umberto's got a guy. That thing was wicked. So we have a game plan. Right now, we do have some 007s and S35 that we're about to start. The blanks are in. I have them. They haven't been released. So I have the options to do some stuff in S35. I can get that steel pretty readily. So we're doing that. And then I may push only to CTS XHP as the only steel we use, because that is an American made, American rolled, American melted, everything steel. That's a Carpenter Technology steel. We're trying to, they had an exclusive partnership with Niagara Specialty Metals to be the sole distributorship of that. But that's kind of creating some bottlenecks for me. And Niagara's not my steel supplier. New Jersey Steel.
We have Be Less Dumb hoodies. We do have those.
Yeah, reach out. Because I bought a whole bunch.
Are they not on the website anymore?
Maybe not. maybe we should just put those up.
Lacey, I cut a huge chunk out of my ring finger last weekend, and my son gave me a Be Less Dumb Band-Aid
Don't
over my bandage. Thanks for the laugh.
don't
That's awesome.
cut the ring finger. If you're mad at husband, just take the ring off, set it to the side. Don't cut your finger off. That is like the whole "Let's Go Coyote." That he still loves you. You know what I mean? Let's be reasonable, ma'am.
All right, let's give away this surprise blim knife.
Kidding. What is it?
It's going to be a surprise.
Surprise. Ooh, I just had a thought.
What?
In honor of the micro drop Wednesday.
Tim JK, congratulations.
Congratulations. Tim's got a lot of our stuff. He's been around for quite a while. I was going to say, you should.
What?
Do a 003, a new style.
For a giveaway?
Yeah, since it's in honor of the... What's the thing? I don't know. You want to get a viewer count?
I can do it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Oh, okay. She don't want to do that. She doesn't like you guys.
I'm not going to do it right this second. I just gave one away.
No. Duh.
Stuart says, speaking of rings, tomorrow's our 46th anniversary. Awesome.
Congratulations, man. You know, I mean, that's an investment, and it should be for a lifetime. So congratulations. That's very inspirational, especially in a time period when people just change their person like they change their socks. It's crazy.
Travis says, by the way, that wrap 007 is so gorgeous. Tim, are you guys going to do any one-off collab 007s with the Sukamaki wraps? Yes.
Where have you been, man? We've been talking about the 50 we're doing with auxiliary manufacturing and the 50 we're doing with Bastinelli for like months and months and months. There's 50 of those each. Mike
Matt,
Jarvis.
That's a handle that Miss Told made.
Yes.
He's asking about the teal Night Stalker.
Oh, yeah. He made this for me years ago, and I rediscovered it, and I really polished it up and taught him my secrets on how I polish my stuff and made it beautiful. This has been years ago. Now his stuff is better than this even. Miss Told made this one.
I only know that word because of Revenant Core.
What?
I'm talking to him at Blade Show, and he's like, Sukamaki wrap like a million times.
Yeah. So Bastinelli's doing an
hey, Random
Sukamaki.
American gave us $50 towards a vacation fund. Take an Uber, don't hitchhike.
Yeah. Sorry,
Awesome.
I have not had a chance to call you back. I heard your voicemail. It has just been crazy. Been absolutely freaking crazy. So maybe we should. Let's start a vacation fund. Let's send China to Disney World Fund. That's like her dream and always has been. And one of the guys that works for us, Jacob, he goes every year, and every time he's talking about it, she's over there like, that would be so nice, wouldn't it, Mom and Dad? And we're like, would. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm just kidding. Don't do that.
Thanks for posting that, Hunter. That's Miss Told's Instagram if y'all want. He can make custom.
I've got a bunch of his other stuff too. Let me see. This is another one he did for me. It's pretty freaking rad. You see that? Is it glowing properly?
Yep.
So that when you hit it with the black light, pretty cool, right?
Ryan Smith, I'd like to see a green Juma malachite looking handle or even inlays.
Is that green Juma malachite looking?
Like they do on pool cues.
I'd have to see that to know what you mean.
Rock, CW Tim sent you all something. Looks like it'll get there Tuesday. Probably won't be on next weekend, but I hope it helps. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Whatever it is. Do we want to talk about the rest of the stuff while that's being mentioned?
Ryder says Disney World is overrated. That's what I've heard, but she wants to go.
Yeah, she also, yeah, she's trying to do Universal really more than anything. And yeah. So let's talk about gifts this week. Let me grab this monstrosity from Zach. It just showed up randomly, and I didn't even know what it was. And then, am I holding it the right way up?
Mm-hmm.
This is a shield. And it's got a thing on the back that spins. And you're supposed to put these these teeth on it. It's like these, it's got teeth. So I have to mount the teeth, but they would go on thusly.
They can't see like down what you're doing.
So yeah, they would go on like this. Just haven't had the time to do it. So the detail on this thing's pretty good, and the bearings are nice too. So I don't want to chop it, but we're gonna hang this in the shop because I have no room in this room. So thanks.
Oh my gosh, that's so sweet, y'all. $10 from Dude. Add this to send China to Disney fun. Families need to spend vacation time together.
No, we're just gonna stick her in.
I'm gonna start putting those in a fun for real.
Yeah,
thank you guys.
That's an accident. That'd be cool. I didn't mean that, but I know C will do it. Sorry.
Shield looks like a prop from a Gear concert.
I don't know. Or Guar. Remember that?
See you, Michael.
So thanks, Zach. He always gives me the coolest stuff. So I'm going to put this. Somebody probably knows what this is. I don't.
Yojo said big ass hubcap.
That is, man. It's like 22s. That's what's on my truck.
Let's see.
So I'll put it all together, and then
people are saying you should do clear grips, and they're asking what colors are you going to do next for Battle Lock.
Red was the next highest vote on Battle Locks, so I thought we would just do a sprint run of red. But I'm really open to anything. Clear, I don't know, because we use a glass fill on our polymer. It's 30%. I don't know that they have a clear.
Find out.
I can find out. It's easy. I like the look of, let me show you one of my favorite clear-ish ones. I got something in my nose and I was stomping around out there, lady. Ultim. I think Ultim looks rad.
Jeremy said there's better ways to spend your life savings than a trip to Disney. Hey, thanks, man.
So this is
$5 send China to Disney.
This is clear. Look, so this is Ultim, which I think is really rad. This is actually one of my favorite knives that I've had, and people really hate on me for liking it so much because it's a Saviti. But I'm gonna tell you something. This thing is cool, and I also like that they put the hole there so you can see that action moving. That's a neat little feature. But it's kind of like a shark lock. It's really secure lockup, but this thing, it's on bearings, and it is just. I've always loved this way.
$4.99 for the China vacay fund. I can't stand Disney with all the trans agenda they push, but I'm
Metro V too.
Gonna get stuck taking my dollars too.
Yeah, it's something she's always wanted to do since she was a kid.
Kim Hendricks said stabilized piss.
That's kind of what it looks like. I think the look of it's neat. I haven't really delved into any of these like super materials because
New Life Overland took our daughter to Disney. It's a Small World broke down, but the music kept playing. Serious PTSD.
Oh man, see that's funny because that's been like the running joke since I don't know the 70s when it came out. That it's 15 minutes of that song. So anyway,
didn't Ray send you some stuff this week?
Yeah, I haven't got there yet. I'm just like sniffing and snorting.
You're just seeming tired. You want to cut it short this week?
I don't think our people will let that happen.
Yeah, they will.
How many people do you have on here?
400.
Yeah, we get disappointed 400 people. I'll just drink more coffee. So Ray sent me the mini version of the Vito, and I use it almost on a daily basis. And he asked me if I wanted the big one. I'm like, yeah. If you guys don't know, I had an old Klein Veto, I don't know how you say it, but their tool bags are the best. The absolute best. Incredible. And I use a lot of tools. And I do a lot of home projects. So I need to carry my stuff. But it's really cool where this part comes open on the back. So thank you, Raymond. This thing's incredible. All the storage in the back. He put some goodies in the back. So there's a cup that says Kim Lords. Is that where you work? Can't have too many coffee cups. Nipex, which are freaking incredible. Let's show those over here. If you guys don't know Nipex, they're a German company. They make really good tools. I have several of their things. But these look like
Armored Faith
linemen's.
is on? Oh, I didn't see you. Hey, Armored Faith. Are you seriously gonna stop making blades?
This looks like a what?
I think I saw he posted that he was gonna not be doing well, that he wasn't gonna continue the company. Wait, is that a different company? Is that a different Armored Faith? EDC. He changed his name again.
Oh. It's hard to keep up,
Yeah,
man.
let us know.
Yeah. So thanks, Raymond, for these. That's crazy. That kind of threw me for a loop. Wera, I thought this was really cool. So it's a bit driver, and
I like it sharp. $20 for Universal, not for Disney. Thank you. She's gonna be excited.
She's also gonna be embarrassed that we said
for real
something.
put it in a savings account.
Do a high interest, high yield. So look, this is a ratchet, but this is how you reverse it, which is really rad. And then you can lock it here. And it's a Wera, so they make really, really good tools. Another German company. And it's got the bits in the bottom. So you can use the magnetic nut driver. Even this is cool, look. So these are locked on, and you just twist it, and they come right off. Those Germans. Really cool. And then they sent me another one of these, but it's a circus animal flag. So we're going to put this up in the shop.
Awesome. I haven't seen that. That's so cool.
Yeah. Put circus animal
Jeff
up.
Millie Esterling wants to see the prototype sheep's foot also.
Okay, yeah, I have it right there. And it's rad. And then
thanks, Hunter. $5 for China's Cookie Fund.
And then he sent me a Liberty Bell, which is freaking awesome. Brass or bronze.
So Armored Faith
Copper.
Honey said, unfortunately, yes, I'm going to be starting to try to find a new job here shortly that pays the bills a little better. Still going to be making knives, but as a hobby again and no production blades. Wow.
I don't even know what to say about that. It's terrible.
Do you have stuff still for sale for like people that want to get it before you stop doing what you're doing?
Yeah, because that'll make them even more valuable.
Mm-hmm.
That's saddening.
Ray says turn the green ring to change direction.
Yeah, I saw that also.
And other flags will be here Wednesday.
Honor, courage. Come on, this is a Marine Corps Liberty Bell. That thing is incredibly cool. Where am I going to put this?
That is cool.
It is super cool. I don't know where I'm going to put it because it's awesome.
All right, y'all. For everybody that knows, previously Forged AF that we've done some collabs with, and Armored Faith. If y'all want to support him in his endeavors, he's going to be closing his knife shop, and he's going to sell off what he has left. So
I know that last time we spoke just prior to Blade Show, some of that might have been a decision driven by feeling led to go into a ministerial position. So if that's the case, then it's not sad because that's being very bold. But I don't know how much of it is that and how much isn't. Nipex?
I think it is. I read the post. I'm pretty sure it said that.
Well, congratulations. I get it. That's a very scary decision. Looks like a lineman's knife. Nipex, I have a lot of their tools too. If you have used tools your entire life, at some point you get tired of using stuff that sucks. And it makes you faster to have good tools that last forever. So you invest in better tools as you go along. Same with this bag. This bag is so good. There's so much storage in this bag. Gosh, I'm even tired of my own sniffing. I'm telling you, C-Dub's going to break and run. I don't know what all these... Anyway, this bag is incredible. I love it. I'm going to fill it up this week. Is that it? As far as
I'm in school right now to get my credentialing to become a pastor, but we'll be about 2 years before that happens. I'm just happy to see Tim talk about some cool stuff. Awesome.
Yeah, if you have other stuff for sale, let us know. We'll direct people that way because he makes incredible things. Incredible things. I'm almost hesitant to show it because then he may not have these, but I guess I could brag. This one was made for me personally. It stays on the wall all the time because it's one of my absolute favorite blades that I own, period, in any of my collections. This was commissioned by Josh Lindsay. So this carbon fiber, it's got that glow in it, and then if you can see the copper infused Damascus, absolutely stunning. And then the bead too. Beautiful knife. Carried it for a while, but I kept being afraid I was going to drop it and lose it somewhere, and I couldn't stomach that. So he always wants me to use his stuff, but I don't want to lose it. It's too important to me, so I don't want to. And then this fell off the wall this morning. We'll just show some of his work in memorandum, right? This is the first blade I got. Kind of a cool story. We were at Georgia Bushcraft.
Hey, Steinman, welcome.
And C-Dub was...
T.Kell live stream.
Thanks, man. C-Dub was walking around interviewing people, and people kept coming up to me because they recognized me, and I felt bad. So I stepped off to the side, and I was just wanting to look at this guy's stuff. But I felt bad because people would come and talk to me, and he was there selling his stuff. But through all of that, I saw this blade sitting there, and somebody reached out to him because I talked to how much I loved it, and they bought me this. My first Carson Moran blade. And then people realized how much I loved his stuff and bought me this one. Also, look at this. These pieces are going to be super rare soon.
What brand was the backpack?
Is it Vito or Veto? I don't know. So these things keep falling off the wall. I had these magnets that stuck them up there, and this one fell.
Bound to wonder, did we receive suspenders for repair, honey? Do you remember? Possible. We'll check next week.
Yeah, I'll check. I don't specifically recall that. And then this one is...
See you later, William.
Very, very special to C-Dub. She will never...
Jules Groove, thank you. $10 for our vacation fund.
Thank you, guys. I didn't mean for this to happen.
I'm putting it in a savings account.
She'll do it. So, Justin bought this on a what? Right?
Justin?
No, it was that Josh.
Josh.
Sorry, that was
Josh.
That's two. Oh, I'm getting mixed up with Josh, who bought me the other three, and Justin, who bought this one.
No, this is actually Josh.
It's also...
There's two different Joshes, honey.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyway. So...
I love it. It's beautiful.
She just loves this blade.
Mm-hmm.
This is a version of the DP1. Damascus scales. The spiderweb Damascus blade. With this is the coolest sheath too. Coffin style sheath. And one that he made for me personally that uses my grips and my screws with his Damascus. So just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful work. That's kind of sad. But like I said, the reasons behind it I respect greatly. C-Dub, you're being quiet. What are you reading?
Oh, nothing. I'm just letting you talk.
Yeah, threw me for a loop a little bit there.
Morning, Gus.
What does anybody want to see? Updates on... We're shipping the 005s, the Gen 1 005s now. The new 005 is in production if they don't get ruined by heat treat. I have 4,000, about 4,800 blades that we are done machining that we need to get to a heat treater. So I don't know if I got to start over from scratch with that or not, but that's kind of where we're at with that. So, I mean, just run my hands through my freaking hair and pull it out because it's stressful.
Nautilus update people are asking about.
Those are at heat treat or waiting. They're done. The blades are machined. We just gotta get them heat treated. So that's where we're at.
A few people have asked for Raider updates and CQC updates.
Same. Both heat treat. We have some blades at nickel boron. That is the remainder of the 005s. There are the 80 CRV 001s, which haven't been sold yet. The 80 CRV 003s that haven't been sold yet are done. We're going to be releasing those on a micro drop Wednesday. I may go
What time? A lot of people have asked.
noon. We always do our drops at noon Eastern because that gives the.
But are we doing it earlier for top
Yes,
tier?
Patreon. We're gonna do the 10:30 for the top tier, 11 for the mid and bottom tiers.
Combatant AEBL progress. That would probably be a grip. So please email us.
Yeah, because the blades are going to be done on that. If you're willing to look into battle lock grips, then we should be able to shoot that out like now. Because we got lots of those. And even pink, if that's what you want.
Gideon V3 update.
The 80
2.0. We've shipped most of those, right?
Yeah.
Probably a grip.
Yeah, if not, reach out just in case.
And extended grips are almost done.
They're at anodized. They hit anodizing Wednesday of last week. They're sandblasting those. I expect to have those end of this coming week or middle of the next week. So then that will let us send out all the rest of the Melissa.
See ya, Jules Groove.
See ya. Send out the rest of the Melissa stuff. And have some of those back in stock for those of you that bought them otherwise. And we are going to have some colors.
Do we have anything basically ready to ship?
Basically ready to ship. 003s are basically ready to ship. We have adversaries ready to ship. I've got Ops Strikers, I think. Ops Hawks.
007 update. We're still shipping those.
Yep, we're shipping those,
lots of those
every single day. I've got some at heat treat.
Jim Baker said in-house heat treating. Founders Club to get the in-house heat treat started is so expensive.
Oh my gosh.
So expensive.
So that was part of the business plan. It's also part of why we've held the Founders Club. If you look at vacuum heat treat at a 20,000 blade a year volume, which is what we did last year, that is literally in the millions of dollars. That is not at all a cheap proposition. That's just for the equipment. So that is now, if I have to go back to doing them in my oven and dip them in clay, actually China used to dip the blades in clay and let them dry so that I could run the heat treat on those when I was doing 100 blades a week. I still have all that equipment that I can do, but you're talking 100 blades a week.
All the blades come with a sheath. Blind Woo Fury.
So then it would literally take me all of the rest of the year to heat treat outstanding orders and not sell any more. So we wouldn't sell anything for the rest of the year, and then we would probably be bankrupt. Not probably, we would be. When you get into those high volumes of numbers,
see you later, Sharp Southerner.
These heat treat companies that have these giant vacuum furnaces that'll pull down to like 7-9 bar, that's atmosphere controlled, and then some of them quench internally. That's where you get really high end results in large quantity.
You have an adversary here?
Yeah.
Can you show it and talk about the main uses for it?
I love this.
Matt Spain, we could probably do a blim if you got a leather sheath and battle lock grips.
When we did the look into what all we could do with the Founders Club thing, the quickest thing for us to turn stuff around would be to get more equipment to do the grips and sheaths and the screws in-house. And that would make it super, super fast. But now kind of out of left field is this whole steel availability and now a new heat treater issue. So
can you make the grips that you did for the Blade Show grips?
The golf ball grips?
Mm-hmm.
We can.
People want them.
I know they do. So this is the adversary with the black battle locks. This blade becomes so light and fast with battle lock grips. But this thing, so
Gus, an hour. Is that how fast the pins sold out? Like 1 hour?
It was like an hour and 36 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a super fast.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah. So a Wharncliffe is a blade designed to create very deep cuts. So they're ultra sharp because you're starting at the bottom of a thick piece of steel and sharpening it all the way up, and this is full flat.
Oh, speaking of, so we probably could ship an adversary really quick too.
Yeah.
As long as you got like a grip we had in stock.
Which would be battle lock. So if you look at the geometry of this blade, how this tip is laid forward and in line.
That happens all the time.
This thing cuts so deep, and then it's got that thumb drop. You see how that's not flat at the drop? So you can get a really good secure forward grip, and that really pulls that blade into the palm. It's got a drop away so that's the shape of your hand. In case you guys wondered, why I do that. That's the shape of your hand.
Hunter said it's crazy hearing this because I remember Tim saying at least a year or two the steel availability issue was going to be happening eventually.
Yeah, which is crazy. And people thought I was insane. So I started developing a steel and the relationships to get American-made steel here. So we're going to have it by the end of the year. The testing's already going on.
And then somebody said, update on grip material. Isidro, which blade? We are out of Grayman on a lot of blades.
Yeah, so when we opened orders for that,
email us. We'll help you out.
We'll do the 3 to 6 month turnaround. And also, guys, I mean, look at the total length of this knife. It's not like it's big, but you still get a full grip where you'll still wrap. And it's very concealable, but you get all of the control of that knife that you need, especially with the battle.
Warthog is not ready to ship, but it is available for reserve.
Right. So any of the EDC stuff is on reservation status. I think we should probably try to communicate reservation different, because no matter how we communicate that we do pre-sales on stuff, people still get confused. Like, we opened up the V3s to, well, the 15th, and we got people calling, leaving nasty messages like, I ordered that knife and I haven't seen it yet, and you're ripping me off. And I'm like, you know those 2 things you have to click to continue that says you acknowledge it is 3 to 6 months? Slow down.
You don't have one of the wrapped 007s here, do you?
No.
Josh asked to see.
They're on the way to Mike.
Yeah, we sent them to Mike
Brawny
to take pictures.
He takes good pictures, so they're on the way. But I do have one of those as a sample that we may be able to auction.
Matthew Latiziano, how do I clean my battle lock grips? And then I see somebody said Sonic Cleaner. Have you tried that before? Oh yeah, Sonic cleans everything, especially G10. I just use the same brush that I use for my pistol or my rifle, like an AR cleaning brush, which is just a toothbrush. They clean super easy that way. Ballistol and a toothbrush, clean that thing right up and wipe them down with alcohol. People asking about Nautilus update and Nautilus blim. We got tons of Nautilus blims. If you want a Nautilus blim and you're willing to take it in a leather sheath, reach out. We can set that up. Because all of our Kydex is being devoted to everything that is shipping. So it's tough for us to sell extra sheaths for things that people have already paid for. When will the combatant battle lock grips be on the site? They should be. If they're not, then we'll get that rectified. Paradoxal Charlatan, what grit should we grind blim Night Stalker? Like hand grind it? Maybe he means... Oh, so what we were doing is... So you mean to take down the weird curve that's on that? I would use a file. I would knock it down flat with a file, a pretty decent file. Nicholson makes good files. Get it mostly where you want, and then go 120. You probably go 80, 120, and then you'd be good to stop at 400. Popper Media. No, we have not sold those yet. What? The 003s. We have a few, like maybe 2 or 3 left of Gen 1. Right. You can reach out on that, but the new ones are coming out. It'll be like the situation with Carson. Those Gen 1s are not going to come out again of the 003s ever, because we've moved on to Gen 2. So why are y'all all entering hashtag blim again? I guess I think you're going to do that. I didn't do that one. Are you going to? Yeah, y'all. I'm gonna do a different one. Everybody thinks I did hashtag blim. That's pretty funny. They're trying to jump the shark. So I'm trying to remember all the questions you asked me rapid fire. Matt Lamana says, going to start putting edges on my 004 Night Stalker blims. Do you have any grip progression suggestions? So it's kind of a similar question. I mean, it depends on what you're using, but I like to use the Wicked Edge diamond stones because they cut a lot faster. If you will go with a 50 grit on that to get that thing knocked down, only do 10 passes, because if you start getting close to a finished edge thickness, it's going to be really difficult to grind those out. So I would do 10 per side with like a 50, and then jump into your 80 and work your way up to 4. Okay, so y'all, if y'all don't know, for any new people, you can get these blems off of Patreon.
Right.
Night Stalkers and 004s. They require a lot of DIY.
And maybe
but
some threes over there too.
$50.
Oh, not those.
Not the threes. Those come with handles and stuff.
So yeah, we had some loss on those batches of the original 4s. So we put them over there because they were too thick. It just, the juice wasn't worth the squeeze for me to retool and try to set up to fix those.
Thanks, Hunter. This is the link. If y'all want to join our Patreon, we would love to have you.
Yeah. So that's always been our commitment to Patreon. And this year, especially, we've really pushed into giving them that exclusivity. So if you try to go to the T.Kell section of the website now, you won't be able to get in there unless you're a T.Kell, which is what the patrons call themselves, or circus animals, but on the website it's T.Kell. So blems go there. They're always there.
Are we going to add the Nautilus blems from Jacob Vargas?
We don't have the sheath.
We will eventually, though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we could with just a leather sheath.
Yeah, if y'all want a leather sheath.
Let me know, because I can easily get Badger Claw to rip out those sheaths. That dude is fast. He is so fast.
Jim Cox says, don't see Night Stalkers. We sell out of those?
Maybe we did. We might have some more laying around.
Yeah, send us an email. We can help you out with that.
So we're that's always one of those. We're always adding stuff to it, so stay tuned to that T.Kell section of the website. And we do that because Patreon has always been kind of a driving force behind how we beta test, where we get our ideas from. We kind of test the market with that stuff, and then as a reward for that, we offer blems and first dibs on blade drops.
Adversary now.
It's a great knife.
I could do that, but I thought we were gonna do a 003, a new 003.
You know, whatever. They don't want that. They don't want to do that.
Hashtag T.Kell Tactical for a grip module from Jeremy R.
Oh, one of the new ones?
Mm-hmm.
That soon we can do that.
Ricardo said he had an order for a 001 and a CQC in August, and he would like an update.
Yeah, August is almost a year ago. Do you know that? So the CQCs are at Heat Treat. They're being done. And what flavor was your 001? If it was 80 CRV2, you're in luck. Those are nickel boron.
Please send us an email. We'll do what we can to help.
If it was AEBL, which are being made in Nitro V because there's no available AEBL, same steel. We're working through our heat treater rusting the piss out of
AEBL, he said.
AEBL. So I got them done in Nitro V because AEBL is like vacuum. It's gone for us in the United States. We can't get it. So we did them in Nitro V, which is technically an upgrade steel, but the same composition. Those came back from heat treat week before last, rusted, but it looks like we're going to be able to salvage a good portion of that batch we're working through now. They would be done were it not for that. So the 80 CRV, if you want to switch into an 80 CRV, you're talking a week. If you want to
I've told a few people too that are waiting on Night Stalkers, if they want the current version, I can get probably 80 CRV2 out. If you don't want to keep waiting for the new one.
Right. The new one is incredible. I mean, it's really, really, really good.
How the hell do you rust Nitro V? Yeah, it's crazy.
Are you a knife maker? That's what I showed two people this week that are knife companies, and they're like, how in the hell do you do that? That was exactly my question. You want to see the pictures?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It makes no sense.
Night Guard close to release. Sorry if I missed announcement.
We're pausing on new releases until we can kind of navigate all the craziness that's happened with
Brian W. Yes,
this year.
We do have adversaries ready to ship.
Should I do the one that's expletive laden? Probably not. Should I? Oh, I'll just hold away from my thing. All right, look. Oops. Look at that. That's Nitro V. How do you... Look. That's Nitro V, guys. That is Nitro V. And see the box behind there? See that? Let me do this. Look. So this is how we keep track of our blade. So if it's got one dot under there, it's AE Bill or Nitro V. No dot is ADCRV2. That way we can track them so that heat treat doesn't do this. But look.
Thanks, Brian.
Look back here. Look at this in the background. So this is how they come. Sorry, I'm just going to. This is how they come in our pack.
Yeah, we make sure we pack them good.
So we pack them. I don't know what. There's a picture of the door panel of my truck. So Nitro V should never look like this, but you can look down in here and you can see the corrosion already.
Josh Bree said, I think they sent you the wrong steel or added a corrosive in the cover.
So that's what I asked them. Like, is this?
I seriously think we're being sabotaged. I really do.
So
somebody's doing that.
I asked that question. Are we even sure this is Nitro V?
And he said, yeah. He said it.
He said the hardness tested. So I took him and look. This is when I got them off the porch. So that's the company, if you're interested.
Faith said, the only thing I can think of is they left a super caustic chemical such as machining coolant or something else on the blade.
But
That's
see,
crazy.
that should have been cooked off in the beginning. Look, see this? What does that say? Right there. Nitro V. I mean, it says it. It tested correctly for hardness. That's what's insane. But see, as you look through, you can see the rust. These left their facility on a Wednesday, and this was a Friday night that I got them. So you're talking 2 days. So that's how we pack them so they don't get damaged in the thing. So their answer to me was, are we even sure it's not to be? Because look, I don't want to continue to blame them if they're not to blame. Because when me and Jeremy and Nick and everybody on my team, we work our freaking fannies off to machine and make a high quality product. We even switched to surface grinding this year to take away mill scale so that the blades are beautiful when you get them now. So that costs $20 more per blade.
A lot of people are saying they can't believe it's Nitro V.
That's what I'm saying. But look, I tested it on my professional Rockwell hardness tester. We're not talking about like the little files. This is the big machine. It's got the diamond tip. You put it in, you clamp it down, you push it. It does its dial thing. It's professional and it's calibrated every 4 years. 62. I tested every 10 blades that I unwrapped a 62, which means if it were a carbon steel and they ran a stainless steel heat treat on that, me as a guy that has literally heat treated tens of thousands of knives in that shop out there, I know that the hardness would have been a miss. And you would have smoked them because
and Kyle said I can get that rust off. Even if we get the rust off, it's pitted.
So let me show you what it will.
Nickel boron on, and
I'll show you what it'll look like if you leave the pitting under nickel boron, because this was actually the next picture that I sent them to say, okay, that's cool, but that's what happens. You see that? These are the 007s that they rusted before. Those of you that are waiting on 007s.
Well, lots of people are saying use Paul Boss heat treat.
I sent some stuff to Paul Boss, which is not old timer. My gosh, Buck.
So Nick said a hardness test will tell you it's Nitro V and not something else? Question mark.
Yeah, because the processes are different for a stainless versus a carbon. So, and each individual steel's heat treating parameters, and I speak this language and I will totally nerd out because I love heat treating. I've done so much of it.
We should test one because, you know.
So she wants me to do an XRF. She wants me to send it to Peter's heat treat, who has an XRF. And they're like, sure, send it on. We'll tell you what we think and we'll do a thing, which is what I'm going to do. Because I listen to my wife. But if it were a different composition of steel, it wouldn't hit the target hardness because each recipe for steel is so different that you can't apply the same thing. It's temperature, it's heat soaks, it's durations, and it's tempering. So there's so many factors that go into getting each individual steel to hit its peak hardness or your target of a 61, that if it's not the prescribed steel, it will be way off. Way off. I mean, the temperatures that you heat treat Nitro V versus ADCR V2 will absolutely burn the carbon out of an ADCR V2. It's too hot. And the temper is way hotter. So if you run a 600-degree temper on a piece of 80 CRV2, it'll be like in the 50s hardness wise. So that's why the recipes are so specific. And if it's hitting hardness, then that's a really, really, I mean, not gonna say it's 100%, but it's in the 90s that you're dealing with the correct steel.
Metal Rock 666. They need to say send it back. No questions asked.
Yeah, you would think. Like that's what I do. When anybody has an issue with our blades, I'll bend over backwards. We even got one guy that's like telling me how to sharpen a knife when I've done like 18 million, and he's sent it back 3 times, and I'm finally like, dude, I don't know what you're seeing, but I guess a refund is in order for you. Look, and then to
Mr. Pelly says I have a handheld radar gun that will tell you what the steel is.
you got an XRF.
David Jewell,
Send it
$10.
to me.
Make limited edition T.Kell Rust Belt tribute. Thank you.
I mean, would you guys buy those? Here's what we're talking through. Why don't we send them to one of these guys that does rock patterning? But then you've got this in some of the flats. So you see this? Then you'll have this pitting that shows up in the flat. Post nickel boron.
Gabe, is that a thing? Orange peel finish? Could you not add pitting to make it an orange peel finish?
I absolutely can. I've got etchant. I've got stuff that I can do to make a rusty finish. I just don't know that anybody would want that. So my goal at this point, but if you guys say you want me to do it, I'll do it. What I'm going to do, they've offered to sandblast and get the corrosion off. And my answer to that was, okay, but understand, we sandblast prior to nickel boron, and this is what they look like if there's pitting. There's obviously pitting. I got some back post sandblast, so just so that we can be 100% open and honest about all this stuff. So here's the ones I got back. So you can see here. See the pitting?
It's hard to see that.
Is it just because it's too
bright? Zoom it out. Yeah, it's too bright.
Well, it's hard to.
Oh, I saw when you zoomed it way
Okay,
out.
so see that pitting? That's what stays after. So you've got here, here, here.
More hands on the knives, more work, more cost. Yep. Every time they mess them up, we have to pace.
And that's what's crazy is that's their answer. Can't you do something special? I'm like, look, that's not my. The pitting's deep, but that was 3 of the 10. I couldn't see the pitting on the other 7 that we sent, which is promising. But me working with nickel boron, I know that if we don't see it with our eye, you will see it after nickel boron, 100%. So my options are getting kind of limited with these. I have no problem sending whoever's waiting for one from the. See, this is the makeup batch from when Valhalla ruined all those other knives. So we get Nick and I, we get together, we redo it, we get the geometries the way they're supposed to be, redesign the knife, throw away the 001s. Well, they're sitting on a shelf. They're really expensive wind chimes at this point. And we get surface ground, precision machined, everyone's identical. We get them all the way to heat treat, and they're Nitro V. And then they come back, 500 of them, rusted. I mean, I felt sick. I mean, sick, man. I was just like, kidding me? You
should figure out a way to make a rusted look battle worn style. I think you could still look cool.
Yeah, what I'm exploring doing is a rock finish, and or trying to replicate like this. This is one of my the forge scale finish. I used to make a batch of every blade years ago with forge scale finish. And this is nickel boron over forge scale, which is really freaking cool. So if you don't protect it from atmosphere, you'll get decarb on the surface of the steel.
Dara, thanks for gifting the membership.
Thanks, dude.
Or you joined, whichever one you did. Thank you.
But I love that look, but I don't know how to make it look like forge scale and not pitting. But I'm open to it. I'm open to it. I'm sure
apocalyptic finish.
It looks cool. I was going to do all of my knives that way, and C-Dub's like, that won't translate. People won't like that. So I've tried to make them like smooth and sleek and all that. So I love the lives
Jorgie said, add the brand of the heat treat company to the bloom so they get credit for their work.
And the phone number. I may have paused on the phone number and the name of that company on accident in the background of that video. I'm just saying, like, I think we have 85 outstanding AEBL. A Nitro V is what we're doing with because that's the steel we could get. Outstanding. And then I just had to figure out what to do with the other 415. So
Fallout finish like Medford's. I'd have to look that up.
yeah, I mean, look, we're gonna write these down. We're gonna look into every possible outcome because the heat treat is dead on. It's dead on. And look, when I say, what did you do? We don't know. But you asked me to come tour your facility because you're proud of your work. So
why is it that everybody that screws up wants to come get on a plane and chill with you? Like, just make it right.
Yeah,
I don't want to hang out. Like, you've wasted enough of our time and money.
Yeah, I don't want to have
Valhalla used to do that. Every time he'd mess up something, let me come down there and talk to you in person. Like, no, just make the blades right.
Yeah, I mean, I think the sentiment is kind of old school behind that. Like, hey, I'll fly down there and we'll take care of this. You can stay there and please figure out the thing. I don't look. They say they're proud of their process, right? Like, we stand behind our process. We want you to come see our process. It's broken because this has happened to me 9 times over the last 12 months. So you telling me you don't know what happened, but you're proud of your process, and what was the verbiage? I'm disappointed that you aren't satisfied. So that's not like, I'm sorry.
Matthew Letiziano, if they don't know what happened, then y'all should move on.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but what really got me from the most recent email was that part. We stand behind our work, come see our processes.
Let me come down and explain in person why my F-up is not that bad. Exactly.
Exactly. Like, let me show you.
I think it's because people know that Tim is nice and they want to get him in a room so they can try to charm him.
Oh, yeah. And then when Suzanne pressed him, he cussed her and yelled at her, and I lost my shit in that room. Those of you that stand up for your wives, you'd have been proud of me. Those of you that don't, observe and do it, because I wasn't having that. I lost my shit. I did. I didn't hurt the dude, but I hurt the door in my office instead of. I don't understand. I was reading back through the email chain from that incident, which was in June, and one of my last questions was
the refunds.
No way. They haven't given me the refund for the first batch yet.
Mm-hmm.
They won't. Well, we're gonna try, but I just want the freaking blades done right.
Mistold on late, but as mentioned last week, we can make these jacked up blades look cool.
Yeah, here's what you have to think from my perspective too on that. So a blank that it gets water jet cut and precision ground has a cost, right? This is a double-edged blade. So you're looking $85 to $100 depending on steel type.
Thanks, Mom. She said y'all both try so hard. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you so much, Mom. I mean, we do. We are bearing up under it. My shoulders hurt though. It's a heavy load. So say you've got $85 in a knife. If I send it to Lee, Mistold, and he's like, I can put this rock pattern on here that would look awesome. It's gonna take me 6 hours per knife. Say we pay him $20 an hour. Now I've got twice the cost into the blade, and will it bear out in the market? Are you guys going to want to cover that cost? Or is it cheaper for me to throw the steel away, lose the precision grinding, and lose the machining?
And y'all say y'all would do something with them on Patreon, but I mean, we still have so many of those 004s, and we appreciate the ones you bought.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to get through.
We put 400 004s over there.
That's just breaking even because we have to sell them so cheap.
Right. So we're selling them cheap for what we have in Well, actually, that's a loss on those plus shipping. So, but we didn't sell all 400. We have like 300 left. So I'm still sitting on, it's an investment at some point. You know, we'll recoup the money or we won't. But it's just another one of those, where do you put another 85 bucks into a blade and where do you walk away? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's post heat treat, post nickel boron, you're looking over 100. Then you start adding G10, $5.50 for 3 screws, a sheath, the ribs for the sheath, the hardware, the clips, the packing, sharpening, lasering, all of that stuff. And we have super thin margins. So where do I stop and go, all right, I can probably do something with this blade. Should I put that much more into it? You know what I mean? And those are the hard decisions, because it's super personal when you got 500 blades, you got $39,500 wrapped up in it, and you're like, all right, what do I do?
Just get them sold the way they are. And Miss Told said, Def, don't touch them again. Get what you can for them. Many of us bought bad blends before.
Yeah, and the stuff you guys are doing to customize them, or you can reach out to Miss Told and he makes custom grips, and like KLR, Hayden, he makes incredible looking cheese. There's enough people in this community. Hell, you can even get Skycross or Don Mitchum to machine you some custom screws for the thing. And some of the work you guys do, beautiful. But that's a super slow process.
But important. China's an absolute sweetheart. Everybody better be nice in the emails.
Jan, did you reach out to her about your win?
Yes, he did.
Okay, good.
Dan,
Sorry.
A lawsuit is just not worth the time, dollars, or effort. But if you produce a limited edition knife, added cost, we will buy them as a collector's version.
Well, what do you think? What do you think the
morning, choir boys?
Morning, sir. So the handle wraps that we're doing with Auxiliary Manufacturing and Bastinelli, that's what those are. They had issues, and we are partnering with other people to make super limited runs of those. We're talking 400 of the 004s, 500 of the 001s, totaling about 1,400 blades over the last 8-9 months. That's a super slow way to get that money that we've already paid out. But it's better than just throwing them in the trash, right? So if you guys didn't see the video, rewind and go back through those pictures and kind of listen to the whole story of what you actually deal with as an American manufacturer. Because
yeah, we were talking to a company the other day that was strictly getting everything from China, and they started doing it over here, and they were like, oh my gosh, it's so hard to do it in the US.
And I said, I told you, man. Because here's what happens.
The loss.
When you order OEM, well, if you guys don't know, what OEM means is I give you my design, you make it for me, you sell it to me complete. Grips, screws, sheath, knife, sharp, plating, boxed to the door. I buy it from you, and people that do that, they'll mark them up 3 times. They'll cover their costs, but what you get is whoever is OEMing for you, they're eating the loss on their end, and they price that in. So
Peach,
you can say whatever you want to say about Chinese manufacturing, wherever your heart falls on that. But when these companies are paying someone in China to manufacture their knife, they are getting an already QC'd done blade in, and they just literally take it out of a box and stick it in a package and ship it out. But rewind this video if you're just joining it, if you're curious, and kind of look through that process of what that looks like when you're a little guy like us and you're relying on other people that don't have the insurance to cover when they screw up 500 blades. It's really, that's why we're so transparent, because I think that you guys ought to know what you're paying for. I think you should know.
Jim Cox, I suggest selling some of the blims on the Whatnot show. Maybe some pairs or multi-packs of the 004 blades. At least put them in the shop there for folks who just don't want. Hey, that's a pretty good idea.
I thought about.
We do that. Just like, hey, here's 50 004s. Do what you want with them.
Well, we did that with the 004s.
Would that, who else would be interested in something like that? I always think of the whatnots as like these are stuff you can't get easily custom.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
if that's
stuff
a
that's not
thing,
available
I'll
on your
absolutely
website.
stick them on there.
Yeah, or maybe like a Patreon only Blim whatnot run.
So let's talk through this. We got time. So if we do that, you guys saw the pictures of them. Do we leave them like they are? No nickel boron, no sandblast, and sell them to you that way so you can make your own knife? You want to cord wrap them? Or do we go through the sandblast process, try to visually inspect and see what we think is going to be pitted, nickel boron, only the ones that we don't think are going to last and look decent post, and sell them sandblasted to you guys? Or do we just send them all to sandblast, get them all nickel boroned, and sell the pitted ugly
I probably
blends
should have
post?
done the giveaway before I saw their answers.
What?
It's gonna get overshadowed with the giveaway stuff. I saw like one person say leave them as is.
They're going to keep rusting. That's what's going to happen. So
Acid etch and tumble some.
the tumble is removing a lot of the stuff.
Thanks, Scott. It is sad.
Yeah, I mean,
It's so sad.
I don't know what we do. Like, I could lay them all out, right? Let's talk about that. I could lay them all out and get like a
Half
muriatic.
and half from Christopher Chain.
Just kind of identify which ones look like they're going to have pitting and ones that are just surface rust.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
What sucks is we haven't sold any of these. Like, this is a big batch, like 500 blades.
Yeah, every time we think we're going to be able to dig out.
Yeah, that's always what it is. It's like, okay, we got the 003s. We haven't pre-sold any of them.
Get the rust off and sell them.
We're going to ship them. Whew. And then we get punched in the mouth by heat treat. It's crazy. And that's why companies like that do OEM, like Tactile, Will did that. That's part of the reason they do OEM American work, because Will and they walked through this that I'm going through so many times where other people were letting them down. But they're still, I think they still send their blades out to heat treat. Even a company that's turnkey OEM.
Oh no, I missed a donation for China. Let me go back and see.
I don't know, guys. Well, thanks for that, even though that's kind of funny. She'll be blown away.
Hey, Ron Izzy, $100.
Man,
Fundings to take the girls to Disney and Universal. Thank you, Ron Izzy.
man, you're
I'm
too
seriously
nice.
going to start putting this in a savings account.
Well, you stumbled onto something, lady.
That's awesome. Thank you.
So, we got a lot of options. I'm transparent with you guys. That's why we do it. I'm always going to be honest with you about what's going on behind the scenes. And I can tell you Kowalski Heat Treat is not going to be happy that I'm transparent. But, I mean, look. You can't.
Look at TRC Knives Apocalyptic Finish from John.
Who is that? Who is that? Do I have one of their knives?
I
I got like 600 knives in here.
We'll try it. Hey, I'll try it. We'll do a whatnot with a bunch of blims.
I'll do anything.
Stick them in a lot and see what happens.
Because, I mean, I've already paid the money.
Mm-hmm.
Man, some of these folders, like somebody was going through these drawers a while back. And dude, do you have any idea some of the stuff you have? I'm like, no.
Transparency might force them to do right from Nick Bonomo.
That depends, because some of what we've seen is people don't really care, right? Some people are like, that's cool. Where's my Night Stalker? Sucks to be you, but I want my blade. And you're like, okay, I get it. I mean, you paid me for a knife. I'm going to send you a knife. And you don't really care about the woes that are going on in the background, which is kind of shocking because
AJ, definitely worth hiring a hard-ass employee to deal with those companies for you guys to take the stress off of you all. Well, you got to be careful in that department too.
Yeah.
He did that, and he started his own company and copied a lot of our stuff.
Yeah, how rude, right? So,
but yeah, you're right. We do need somebody to help with that.
One of my business partners has volunteered to do this. He's like, let me do this. Let's get on the conference call. But here's what happened. we had a local machine shop up the road from here, Teams Manufacturing. That was one of the first people I ever let do my work. And I was still hand shaping my G10 grips and hand doing everything. So I was having them make my grips and water jet my blanks. And then I would pick the blanks up and I would come back and hand grind everything in when we started getting busier, when I quit bandsawing. So we were buying our steel from, gosh, Admiral. And they sent us some super rusty, terrible 1095 back in the day when that's all I used. So I told the guy, I said, don't take it off the truck, reject the shipment. And this was like the 4th time we had been dealing with this.
Bawadam, gosh, I can't say this last name.
So
Bawadam Man Blades, he does an amazing finish that may be a solution.
Yeah, so we're going to reach out and talk to some of these people about doing some of those rock finishes and that cool stuff. But I don't know what to do about the ones that got rusted on the bevel. Because that looks weird. Like it looks super, super weird. I don't know how to overcome that part because I just want them to do what they're supposed to do in regards to my stuff. See?
Oops, hold on. Let me go back over here.
So we could do the rock finish. Can you see that on camera? The pitting here? Probably not, probably too bright.
Yeah, you can see it.
So we could do a rock finish on the flats, but then how do we? I don't know. But yeah, so I held their feet to the fire. I wouldn't take no for an answer. I'm like, no, you just reject it. They got tired of my crap and they said, we're not doing your work anymore. They quit. And I was completely up the creek. Like, what in the hell am I going to do now?
$5 from Random American, upcharge for custom laser engraving to remove or cover pitting with the laser image.
Yeah, that'd be a super deep laser, I think. I'll try it. Let's try that. So that happened with
Cell shade Cerakote would be an option from Gabe.
Cerakote is super duper thin. I don't mean to shit on everything you guys are saying. I've already tried it. So
yeah, we've tried everything that we know of. There might be something out there.
Yeah, but keep giving me suggestions. Cerakote shows as much of the pitting.
And we do the same thing in the shop. Like everybody's standing around like, oh, what if you did this? What if you lasered that?
I had a guy up in New York from Guardian Gunworks. He does
What about hollow
work.
grind? Would that take it out? From Frank EDC, he said send them to Dan for hollow grinds.
But you see, that 001 is a super complex
What
grind.
about DLC? Would it cover more than Cerakote?
I don't know how thick that is. I'll look into it, though.
Isn't it really expensive?
No, a nickel boron's more expensive than anything. Nickel boron is like the most expensive. That's why people are like, why are you doing it? Because I'm dumb, but I like it.
SK Ohio, have you asked AI?
No.
Have you not? We usually do ask them.
No, I have not.
Let's ask them, honey.
Let's ask Chad. Chad GPT, MVP of
David
email.
Jewell, $5. Rusted parts and vehicles are EDC for belt people.
That's true. I mean, you're used to it. I'm from Michigan, so I get it. Everything is rusted as hell because the road salt.
DLC's thin from Ron Crow. Trust Monkey nickel Teflon is a good coating also. Nickel Teflon?
I would think that the nickel Teflon would probably show too, because we're using nickel boron. It's super thin and highlights stuff, but if it's thicker, I'll certainly look into it. If we get too thick, we're going to deal with tolerance issues. That's why I haven't done like DuPont makes a Duralon, which is this powder coat. It's super, super durable. It's got Teflon in it, actually, but it's
gun coat,
super thick. That's probably the thickness of Cerakote.
Acid etch and jute wrap.
Yeah, I think the acid etch is probably going to be the only thing that is a viable possibility. If I could
See you, Jeremy.
Hey.
He's going to lunch with his wife.
Hey, you using that machine yet? Nope. We moved our the TM2P over to Jeremy's shop yesterday. Well, they did.
Chad K said Chad GPT with a laughing, crying face. Yeah, he calls him Chad all the time.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, Chad. That's what I call him, Chad. Chad. Somebody asked Chad, what's he doing today?
Powder coat.
Yeah, that's what that Duralon is. That's a powder. Our sheaths are made to such a tight tolerance that we could try it. So those are all really good options. I moved away from powder coat because it creates a lot of drag, and that's why I moved to
Armored
nickel
Faith said, I agree. Tim, I think if you did a super dark acid wash and stone washed it, they would look great and would hide the pin.
How you do that, man? I always try to make my stuff smooth, and I see some of these people, they're like, "Yay, I did an acid etch to get this really deep pitting." I'm like, man, that looks neat. How you did that?
He probably knows how to do it.
Probably does.
Tell us how to do it, Armored Faith.
Or you want to do it for a fee?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're hunting for work and you know how to do that, it just makes sense. You're a damn good knife maker. I already trusted him to come down and sharpen and do stuff for me. You know, RMJ, they're right up the road from us, RMJ Tactical, they Cerakote everything. Like this is theirs, their Cerakote. Let's look at Cerakote. We'll look at 3.
Ferric chloride dip and stone wash.
I used to ferric chloride, but I didn't usually get that heavy of a pitting. So these are 3. Now this is powder coat. Essie's powder coat. If you guys have ever stripped an Essie blade, you will understand why they powder coat. They look terrible up under that powder coat. Hell yeah. There's like grind marks and all. You're like, man, it'd make you want to do it.
Man, can you imagine how easy it would be if you did that? We wouldn't have any problems.
No, that's why they do it, I'm sure.
Yeah, we wouldn't have any problems, but it wouldn't be a T.Kell.
That's right. It would be an Essie. And that's why they still use 1095 on a bunch of stuff.
Not saying anything bad about Essie, though. You like Essie. It's just
I do.
what they do.
Yeah, that's what they... So this is an MKC. I believe this is Cerakote. And I always shy away from putting Cerakote on my blades because...
do that, Nick.
If you eat it, it'll kill you. And I cut food with my stuff, but... And
does
so
Montana also Cerakote all their stuff?
Yeah, that's Cerakote. What they do, and if you guys have seen some of their posts, they're not super detailed on like having a flat spine and stuff like that. So they tumble the piss out of their stuff. Like you see this, how that's crooked. That little plunge right there. Is that come through on camera?
I don't know.
So right here at this thumb break, that's not a 90 degree where it drops in. That's because the spine of this is not a true 90. If you guys have an MKC, you'll look down it and you'll be able to see this is not 90 degrees here. So it's not perfectly flat. They're probably lasering these and then just tumbling the piss out of them so that it takes away the laser mark. So that drives me crazy. I like my stuff dead flat. So that's how one company does. And then RMJ, they've always Cerakoted their stuff.
Hey, honey, can we shout out to Raymundo? He said, hi, CW. Could I get a shout out from you and Tim? I'm turning 47 tomorrow.
Congratulations, Raymundo.
Feliz cumpleaños.
Whoa, she said stuff. I don't know what it was. I hope it was clean. So that's a couple options. What else have I got? There's a Bastinelli over here. That looks like...
What about a Caswell finish like Winkler uses?
That's basically an acid etch. That's all that is. So that would be a ferric chloride etch.
Hashtag 003 for anybody who has not entered. For the brand new 003 that has not gone out for sale yet.
So here's what that would look like.
Tumble the piss out of them from Master Sergeant Statement of the Year. So
I tumble the piss out of them and then do this because this is my blackening or the Casewell style parkerizing, whatever the hell you want to call it. It's very durable. I did this. This is my proprietary blend. It's also what I do my battle worn with. But it does hide some stuff. If you look at it up closely, you'll see those marks. See them?
Let's tumble the piss out of them and powder coat them and then call them
The pissy powders.
And like
Peace, PP.
the budget line, somebody said.
They would have to cost more because it's additional processing, right? Because they were supposed to be done with heat treat and then go straight to nickel boron. But now we've got, I guess, the tumbling powder would probably cost what nickel boron cost. It's something. There's a local company. No, their temperatures are too high for powder.
The grips on the Bushman are grips that we don't have. They're like, it was a one-time thing.
Mm-hmm.
The bluish gray. A lot of people love that color.
Yeah, it was actually a screw up by Current.
All right, we're in 2 hours, honey. Let's give.
How many people are in here with us for 2 hours?
434.
434. I don't even know how you people do it. I know how I do it.
Choir Boy's on here entering the giveaway. We need to send him a blade. He's always doing.
I know he
videos
talks
for
about our
us
stuff all the time.
for
and
nothing. We don't
do nothing
pay
for
him
him.
nothing.
We just talk bad to his face on live broadcast. We're like, don't you wish you had this knife? Tease him. No, we should, because I love his content. There's not many people that I personally watch, and he's one of them. Him and Jason. I
He
watch.
said, "Laughed my ass off. I just want a t-shirt." I told Tim to order your extra large the other day.
Well, I didn't.
I said, "Get Choir Boy a t-shirt."
Well, I can't ship it to Choir Boys at somewhere in the United States. UPS.
Well, I'll get it. We'll get it done.
No problems. I'll send you a shirt, man. And I'd love to send you some blades because you're doing it anyway. I mean, you have a knife channel. So do I. Is it weird that I just showed a bunch of people's knives of mine that I have on display? Other company stuff? I know it's certainly not normal, but I do it. Man, I just was looking at that blade that I'm supposed to be doing with Frank EDC. I can't.
Oh, have you seen their collab finished product?
Not finished.
Let me show you a picture.
I saw a close to finish one.
I think it's finished. The one
Lee sent me.
Yeah,
maybe?
this picture that looks pretty finished. If you ask me,
I didn't see it.
Show the picture. It's amazing.
No, because then they're going to be in competition with my work. Man.
We're gonna whatnot it, and
I know that
we're gonna whatnot it and whatnot.
And whatnot. We're gonna put it on there and whatnot.
Hold on, we'll.
Goodness gracious. That is a vision of beauty. So let me see. Frank did the blade, you did the grips, and I would guess Hayden's doing the sheath?
Yep.
Yowzers. I'm just staring at it. Can I have it? Just kidding.
Thanks, AJ. Tell O Cannabis that we missed him.
Here go the original. And then this is the blank, and this is what I still am going to want to do it, so you recognize it. This was the original, but this is hardcore, right? Their grip. He just used it, but then he came with his own grip that was almost impossible for me to do, and then here we are with this. So I want to do these. Actually, I had to put off straight edges blade that I would love to do with him because I haven't even gotten to Frank's yet.
Happy birthday, Isidro. Happy birthday to all Leos celebrating. Mine's a day early with the family.
Good Lord.
We gotta give away this knife so we can.
Do you realize that my birthday is?
I'm surprised you made it a whole live. You seeming pretty tired today.
I drank look at the size of this thing.
Oh yeah, everybody was commenting about that giant.
It's the size of my face. Actually, it was only that full, but
whoever wins this is gonna be very happy.
Isn't my birthday in like a week?
Knife.
Right?
August 9th, August 7th.
You don't even know. I never remember. Yeah.
David Davenport.
I heard him say Leo. I was like, wait a second. I'm a Leo. I got that tattooed on me at one point.
David Davenport. Woo!
Congratulations. What'd he win?
003.
Look, that's the new 003 like this.
Joey and Cheryl.
Hey,
you
guys.
also have a wonderful and blessed week. I got to talk to Joey and Cheryl the other day.
I didn't. You guys dodged my phone calls. Whatever. Just kidding. Nice to see you guys again. Any last minute requests? Thank you guys for joining us. Thanks for all the ideas. Make sure that those are in the comments so that I can go back through and make a list of ways to work through this 001 issue. anyway, thanks for taking part of your time with us. We really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. And seriously, thanks for giving to China to go to Disney World Universal Studios thing. That was not the intent of that, but that's really super. That's just cool. That's
Choir
a really
Boys,
cool
$20.
thing.
Let's get you guys on Blade Talk with Scab and Joe. Can you do it early? Every time people ask us to go on their podcast, I'm like, we go to bed early. When is
Look,
it?
Bob DeMarco, he was totally shocked the first time he asked me to be on his show when I was like, look, dude, it's got to be like early because I'm old and I go to bed and I'm up at 4 o'clock every day.
We get up at like 4 and go to bed at like
10:30, 11?
9-ish. We're falling asleep on the couch.
Well, yeah. I mean, actually in the bed is like 10:30, but anytime after dark, we're like knocking Z's and couches and chairs.
Gareth is going live in 25 minutes if y'all want to go support him.
Yeah, guys. Sorry, we're encroaching on his stuff. But yeah. But I'll be happy to, man. I'm good to go. I'll do it if you can accommodate my old man schedule. Like Jared and
he said he can make whatever time. I get up at 4:30 and we can make whatever time, you guys.
Right on, man. I'm on it. I'm good. I'll do it. It's like everybody else is like, Tim, you need to come on our podcast. I'm like, when is it? Like 10 p.m.? I'm like, dude, I'm like halfway through REM sleep at 10 p.m. But I shoot up out of bed 3:30, 4 o'clock with no alarm every day. Like, okay, what's the next task for T.Kell Knives? And I'm at it, man, all day because I like y'all. And
are we going live next weekend? Probably.
We typically do. I mean,
unless something comes up that we have to attend to.
I'm about to start a huge home improvement project that C-Dub has been after me for years to do. So I don't know. We've talked about shortening the live by an hour or skipping every other week or something so that I have time to get to this. I mean, it's like, this will be my last hurrah. The last biggest project I did was 600 linear feet of fence and was hand digging the holes in this North Georgia mountain where literally every one was just rocks. So it's similar to that. Just kill me. Let's just kill him. We got no insurance, so just forget it. You know what I'm saying?
Hunter said every other week, y'all deserve some breaks.
We'd miss you, though. That'd be the problem. All right, guys, look, thanks again. Have a great week. If you need anything, don't hesitate. And thank you so much for the support of the family and the brand and just for listening. It's really great to have a big group of friends like this that'll listen to us. So thank you guys again. Have a great week.
Bye.
Bye.